Scene 1. A body is found in a room that's clearly been robbed. Clothes and items are thrown everywhere. Two detectives are examining the evidence. They notice that a large jar of money has been left untouched. This is clearly no ordinary robbery. The detectives wonder what happened. So, what do you think?
It's a good plot.
No, you're saying it's like it's no ordinary. They've like robbed something, but they don't. But there's money there. Have they robbed anything, or they've robbed
you
something
wouldn't
you
know
don't know?
immediately. It would build suspense in a way. You wouldn't know. It's not obvious.
So you don't know what it is.
Part of the enigma.
Enigma.
So you just know that it's not money.
Yeah.
So you know they're looking for something.
They're
that's
not after
better.
something more important.
It was something on the body, it wasn't something that
Who knows how good it is?
Yeah, it's good that the jar of money hasn't been touched because that leaves an air of suspense for the scene.
So the suspense is built up now at the end of the first scene.
So you just like the suspense then in the first scene, then moving on towards the second.
Does it actually
Yeah.
explain with the detectives like how they know about it?
You don't know anything.
They
yet,
just
though.
you just sort of see them walking in, looking around. There's not really much focus on the body as such, but you sort of see them.
Well, the room should be like darkened out to make it
Yeah.
more like.
Is the body just sort of just lying on the floor? Has been thrown somewhere or been beaten
It's been
horribly?
beaten up.
Is the body dead or is it just unconscious?
It's dead.
Sing.
Or are there any stab wounds or?
No, it's just a baseball at the face.
How do you know that?
Because I wrote it.
That there's no baseball.
Yeah, there's no baseball.
Yeah, where's the baseball at?
Anyway,
Completely ruined for me.
Scene
robbers
two.
took the baseball bat.
It's gonna be a flashback.
Oh, right.
So it's gonna be a flashback. So you find out in the second scene what's gonna happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
So it's starting going up. Flashback. And then the man has been left.
We're actually thinking of doing like Jerry a detective taking a photograph or something that flashes back in the point of view.
Oh,
That's actually a good
Right
idea.
from it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
So-
class.
And then
He's
go to
doing-
black and white.
So it's going to be like the detective said, so what do you think happened? They're going to take a picture and it's going to go into flashback and the point of view of the guy.
That is a really
So
good
we're
idea.
contemplating if we're going to be doing point of view shots or whatever. Would you like the point of view suggestion in the scenes? Or would you
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure about actual shots, to be honest.
point of view is basically just like the camera like interpreting the person, like so what they're looking instead
What
of
they say.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
so that's how we're maybe thinking of starting it off. Anyway, second scene on.
Okay. Scene 2, it's going to be a flashback. A man has been left beaten up and unconscious in his garage. The two attackers are rummaging through the garage, clearly looking for something. The victim looks around desperately for an escape. However, he knocks something over, drawing the criminal's attention. The scene ends as he is finally finished off and the attackers casually walk out the door.
You know the way you're saying he knocked over something? If that's a video, surely you're gonna know what he knocked over.
We just haven't decided that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you just you don't know what something is.
Yeah, say he's going for like he sees a baseball bat or a crowbar and he goes to get it to defend himself and he knocks over like a tin of paint. We haven't finalised.
Have the attackers have they got what they wanted and stole it? Or
No, they're already looking through it.
So they just look for something and then he moves, so they kill him and that's their job done.
Well, no, in scene 3 they go back to their boss. And
Baseball bat or crowbar, so I'm not too sure. But we're either thinking one thing, it's going to be then point of view, where he looks at the object, then looks at like, do you ever see the robber keeps on doing that, and then he looks at the robber
And then they
gets
both
hit.
jump for it or something.
He gets hit, or a second scene maybe where it's showing actually what's going to happen, where he's going to reach for it, and then I'll zoom out, and maybe it might be difficult, but maybe having a shadow to show like him getting hit, and yet again we'd be doing maybe slow motion and then fastening it up so it looks quicker being hit, if you know what I mean.
Can it be Darryl getting hit?
yeah.
I think he's one of the
I'd
robbers.
like to see
Possibly.
Darryl is not a robber.
What one would you
What do you
prefer to
see,
see?
you know?
A point of view shot getting hit,
Oh, that's
or
good.
like the shadow idea?
The shadow.
Because we don't want any like graphic violence. That might
The shadow.
be kind of hard to
It
do.
sounds
It's kind of like,
Yeah, the shadow.
I was kind of thinking
Sort of
it's
like
like
Kill
Reservoir
Bill.
Dogs or
I was saying
something.
kill, but yeah, Reservoir Dogs.
You could
like
have-
Like, is
the ear thing.
Can you
yeah.
exaggerate his nose in the shadow?
Make it like Psycho, the way they
It's
come
the-
up behind her,
Yeah,
you never
yeah.
ever see what actually
Yeah.
happens there.
Because like in Reservoir Dogs,
Yeah.
like people assume it's so much worse than it is because you can't see it. So
Yeah,
you could do
that's
it like
what we're-
You see,
Just leave it there.
you see,
Imagination.
you see the is it from the victim's like point of view at that point?
You see, that's what we're contemplating.
That
Yeah.
that would be good if the victims just sort of like hiding there trying to look for an escape, knocks something over and sort of looks and sees the two people coming towards them.
Yeah. So you're like in the point of view and you're like in the shadow then.
The point of view.
Because there's more suspension if it's just that person looking about like that.
Yeah.
You see, I'm kind of thinking that, but then
I was thinking like the point of view up until the point where the guy's
Yeah,
like that.
that's what I
And
was
then
thinking.
the last
Yeah,
minute,
that's
like,
it,
yeah.
stop it,
Last
and
minute,
the
shadow.
just done.
that's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Do you want to go to scene 3?
That's so cheesy.
Yeah.
You see,
That's
we're
not-
thinking
that's
that
not
with the
We
third
don't even
scene.
know if we're doing it.
Bosses,
Time,
bosses
you know.
are not disappointed. Bosses are only angry.
Yeah, we're gonna make him angry.
It's
Yeah.
going to be aggression.
Yeah.
It sounds a cheesy storyboard, but it's going to be very aggressive. Like it's
He
kind
might
of
kill one of them.
him getting hit. That like hit symbolizes then like the aggression building up towards the end of like
Where's the aggressive
The-
getting hit?
of the
That's what he's saying.
bosses.
Yeah, I know.
So what do you think? Do you think that's too cheesy or whatever? Just have it-
Just that, no, I think it's more in words, it sounds cheesy. Really.
What would you be expecting to see in that scene?
Like after they leave, do you expect them to just like
Camera shots, like
Continue.
do you ever see like with the
Have the boss break something valuable to show
Yeah.
his anger.
Yeah.
It's not like he's got like a key
Like his wife or something.
and he just go.
here?
Should you see the boss, or should the boss be kind of in shadow so you don't kind of give away who it is?
Yeah, you sort of literally
Oh,
just like
yeah.
you know,
In
like
shadow,
the
see the
where
boss. And
all
at
you
the
can
very
see
end-
is like the suit down,
Yeah.
and then there's like shadow.
Here, from what you have read there, what would you be expecting the robbers to be looking for and the bosses? Because that might help us if you are kind of thinking would it be drugs or money
Yeah,
or
I was
something.
thinking drugs.
Nah, I was thinking
No, I was thinking.
Because it's going to be the
It has to
location.
be something more valuable than drugs.
I was thinking all the information which shows the bugs, the drugs movement of drugs, throughout
yeah, we were thinking
throughout
I was thinking
society,
like the
and
philosopher's
like
stone.
and like plans, the
Philosopher's Stone.
plans, the
We were gonna do that.
the ring,
that was
Yeah,
The ring and philosopher's stone.
considering it's the
we were gonna do that, but
all like drug.
they wouldn't give us a loan of their one ring.
we were thinking of just getting
Like this guy is like his insurance guy who like fixes everything, but he's part of the mafia.
You just made that up completely.
We use
That's what he's
And
thinking.
he like covers all his tracks when it comes to money.
is like
This is the guy who covers it all, and then he's about to get beat up or something, or he's about to get he's just stolen because he's gonna give it to the LAPD.
So from all these three things, then the location might be in a garage, Adam's garage. We're not too sure about the.
Do it down
final-
Blacks.
We're not too sure about the final location now, but if it's in a garage and it's kind of like if it's going to be drugs they're looking for, or we're yet not too sure, we'd just be happy enough with that idea. Any suggestions to the storyboard? Just have any camera angle suggestions, any lighting, anything, props.
Just if it's gonna be like in a garage, make it somewhere like it's somewhere really obscure in the garage, because like if a guy has like maps about drugs smuggling and stuff, he's not gonna keep it in a box.
And for like the boss scene, have like the two crims just lit up really bright, and then the boss you can only see the front of him, so it's like they're being like, it's just like
the boss is in darkness.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
and they're like
It should be
in a,
quite- it should
they're
be
in like a
quite dark in the
spotlight.
garage as well.
And make it dark.
They're like in a spotlight.